$1,000 first place prize. This is only one of the beginning events, and how exciting it is panning out to be. Map spawning on Metalopolis. We have in the north position the player who is 3 games away from victory. From the team Incredible Miracle in South Korea is I Am Losira. In the right position, MMA from Team Slayers has been performing so well in the team leagues, but has yet to show an amazing individual win, and this could be the start to a great career for MMA.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it's not already, I would be absolutely shocked. We always talk about the fact that we see so many players gain fans after these events. You know, they see them play, maybe they didn't follow them all the time, but they get the spotlight and suddenly their fan base just explodes. And MMA already had a really epic fan base. A lot of people excited that he was going to be coming over. Now, you know what? People might have said, oh, we're more excited for Bomber the Terran. He's so awesome and he's amazing. But MMA has certainly shown that he is repping the Terran race quite nicely. This Korean is beastly. And now we will see these close by air positions unfold. The Overlord's going to make his way in, and he is not going to try to hide himself, immediately going down to the bottom. Now, the placement of this barracks is a little interesting. It means that he's probably going to be getting an add-on right over here and then building another supply depot, unless you can think of something different we might be seeing from MMA. What do you think could come out of this?
Oh, I absolutely think that's a great read on the situation. No reason to put that barracks off to the side. You could try to say, oh, it maybe is going to be a mind game, but MMA is a straight up direct player, no funny monkey business, gonna always play in a way that allows him to get those optimal timings. Losira now taking that hatchery at his expansion. MMA just one single game away from that championship, and you know what, Marcus? A skill that a lot of people do not have, but that you must have in order to win a championship, is knowing how to play when you are ahead. Idra, who was 2-0 against MC, got inside his own head, played a series of cheese matches and almost spoiled his own success, and MC ended up winning 4-0. Can the Terran player MMA buckle down with this 3-1 lead, play his usual style, and go for the win?
I certainly hope, regardless of what happens, we see another game as awesome as the last. We see the Tech Lab going up and the Supply Depot right behind it there, creating that wall off. Now we're going to get a Reaper out of there. Yes, we're going to get a Reaper out of the barracks that will be rallied directly over to his opponent's natural. Now the spawning pool is about 30% done. He did decide to go for that hatch first. Oh my gosh. Bunker going down in the mineral line from MMA.
Bunker play, one of the classic early beta plays. MMA building in the mineral line, because if this SCV can move, then it's hiding in between there. Yeah, let's just mine some money.
Oh, wow. What an interesting placement for that. Now, if the Reaper comes over here, he's going to be... He cancels, and he's not going to be able to pull it off. Of course, now that the hatchery's down, the creep is there. Not going to be the same, but in comes this Reaper. Only 2 Lings coming out right now, and there could be a lot of damage being done. He's going to go ahead and micro back and forth. That is going to be his 3rd kill, and now we have the Lings coming in. He's going to have to micro those. 1 Ling down, a 2nd Ling down, and he's not making any more Lings. The Queen is not yet popped, and he's going to lose a lot of drones here early on and a lot of mining time here. What do we have coming out? Do we have a 2nd Reaper? Yes, a 2nd Reaper's on the way.
Wow, 8 kills already. If it can get a 9th, that would be the most effective Reaper, the MVP Reaper. Manages to keep it alive. I mean, if you're MMA, you're almost going to be surprised that you were able to get away with that much damage, but now he's continuing to mine the gas. We see the combat shield going down. MMA could easily do a follow-up push. Losira trying to get his own Zergling speed up, and I mean, an absolutely stunning performance by MMA in this 4th game.
We're going to have those Reapers back up in the base of Losira. The Queen is in a great little position right here. We do now have them. Are they going to move in? I can't believe he's kept that low hit point Reaper alive for so long. It will finally go down. And are you going to block with those drones? No!
does manage to get only 1 kill on this Reaper before it is forced to retreat. We see Losira now getting some good control down. Has knocked off that one extractor for a little bit of time, but we see Marines being produced 3 at a time. That combat shield is going to allow for yet more aggression from the Terran point of view. And we're seeing in the unit counting station 23 drones out for Zerg, 24 for Terran. And I mean, we look at that worker killed count, 9 workers for MMA.
Yeah, and so now we're going to have Losira beginning to populate. He's going to put down the Baneling nest inside his natural behind the mineral line there. And of course, his Zerg speed is about to complete. The command center now floating over, dropping that orbital at the natural, and a lot of Marines, as you mentioned, 3 at a time. The combat shield is done, and now the stim is on the way with the factory nearing completion. They'll come out behind it.
And it looks like an Overlord trying to do a little bit of peeking action. MMA does spot it, but will be able to repel it. There now is a starport going down, the tech lab coming up, and you know, I think Losira is thinking to himself, I can't believe I lost 9 workers at the start of the game. I better just try to go for a big all-in. There are all the Marines from MMA beginning to make their way out. They are controlling that watchtower. Oh, MMA with the last-second money control. But will Losira have enough units? He is starting to mass up Zerglings. MMA is forcing those units to get churned out. Complete and total domination by the Terran thus far.
I think it's a wise decision here for MMA to actually pull back, rallying all of these Marines, and maybe he just wanted that one more cycle of 3. Nope, he's going to decide to go ahead and come back, possibly waiting for stim, and he is going to go into the bunker. Lings are making their way around and poke in, and they will be doing some control here. Some Banelings coming up as well.
Looks like, and he sees it. MMA senses the cheese incoming. MMA is now going to try to wall himself in, but no tanks out yet, no way to deal with this. Losira in a very awkward position, has Zerglings rallying down from all sides. Can he get the good kill off? No stim yet on those Marines, getting chased down into the corner. Oh, the target fire. He's getting annihilated by these Banelings. The Zerglings streaming in from all sides. Losira doing phenomenal damage, but with these 2 supply depots up on the high ground, it means that Losira is going to have a little bit of an advantage. More Banelings popping out right now. Looks like MMA just does not quite have the units to be able to support this. We see in the main, there's the medevac getting produced. Losira may have gotten lucky with the no siege and the no stim. There's the tank picking off the Banelings. Can he possibly break in for a kill? No, it looks like not, but MMA has absolutely put himself in an awkward spot by delaying that stim so long.
Yeah, he has, and now he's going to try to get that natural back up. He does manage to hold it off, but a very, very nice little aggressive move coming out there by Losira. Behind that, he's going to drop a 3rd hatchery here, and here comes a drop out from MMA.
He spots it. He's starting to unload, and it looks like we are going to see MMA go for it. The drop. There is the Overlord getting killed off, moving over to the right side. Overlord taking a lot of damage. We already see Losira in the deep red. Can he get those Zerglings back in time? Losira now moving in. These are combat and stim shield medevacs, so that does mean that they're going to be able to be very, very effective, but we are going to see Losira do a very, very good job of repelling that attack.
Yep, dropship going to be heading back, and if he can start to get these in succession here, could be very, very good. We're going to have another Overlord spotted, but he will get out of the danger there. Now we have Overlord setting themselves up for Losira all around the map. Again, continuing to use this heavy, heavy Ling play early on, and the lair is going to be underway and making at the natural, so that'll be popping very, very soon, taking 2 gases of this natural as well, and that 3rd hatchery is nearing completion.
I'm deeply impressed with Losira's play. I mean, just very, very solid all-in response when he was up against the wall, and then now recouping in that awkward spot, turning it into a very, very real, very close game. MMA moving out again all over the map with these medevacs. A 3rd air unit, the Viking, picking off the Overlords. I mean, Losira is just under constant attacks.
He is, and this is one of the reasons why MMA is such a treat to watch. He's just constantly got something going on, and to think that he almost had his front wall completely busted. Now, this is very dangerous, as we are going to see now an attack here at the hatchery of the third of Losira. He's going to load that medevac back up. He's also done a great job of clearing out the towers, using the vision to take out some of those overlords as well. A few Marines will be lost in that expansion from Losira. Queen's going to be popping out soon. He's going to drop them on the low ground for another overlord kill, and now that Viking just kind of doing some more scouting. He does not want to see anything happen similar to what he saw happen in the game versus MC, trying to make sure no overlords are going to be around his base. And again, these drops continue.
Just vicious aggression by MMA, but this is going to be the key structure to stop it all. The Spire. We're seeing 15 Banelings get morphed by that expansion. MMA looks like he's trying to re-heal, get into a good position to do a little bit of an assault, but he should actually add a lot more geysers. He needs more gas, so that way the Mutalisk count can be high enough to let him get into a good position. We see Medevac starting to unload. Banelings also better against drops than those Zerglings, because you can get some very nice hits off with them, and a drop in the main. MMA not quite paying attention, but we see the Zerglings and the Banelings rolling in, but a nice snipe on the one single Baneling, and suddenly the main's under fire, but those Zerglings arrive just in time to help keep him alive.
With another drop at the third of Losira, Lynx come in with the Banes, and again it is picked up with impeccable timing there. He's going to have a few more drop ships out on the map, healing up those Marines. And just to think about the effectiveness that he's getting out of these pretty cheap units. Now we've got the big force coming out. He's been dealing with these drops this whole time, but now can he deal with this inevitable push coming from MMA?
It looks like he's just going to go for it. He does not think there are enough units here, and he is correct. Losira with the phenomenal read. The natural expansion getting dropped. The main getting dropped as well, but the attack has been repelled, and with that phenomenal creep spread by the blue Zerg, Losira will clean up these drops. And oh no, Marcus, 12 Mutalisk in production. MMA is suddenly going to be in total defense mode.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be able to take and stop any of these drops. That will be one utility that MMA will not be able to deal with. He's still going to bring out these medevacs, more Banelings rolling in, take out several of these Marines. The Lynx will clean up one tank, possibly a second. No, it will survive, and he's going to clear out these creep tumors. Wise move here, because that is helping with the mobility, and MMA is sending that orbital over to the goal because there is creep at that third.
Yeah,